I would say great leadership comes down to 4 attributes: authenticity, empathy, courage, and resilience. If you are not authentic as a leader, if your people smell that what you're talking about is not coming from a source of deep belief and meaning for you, you will fail. In this era in particular, empathy is incredibly important. It is a critical skill for a leader to be able to stand in the shoes of the people they're seeking to inspire and motivate and have the ability to empathize. It doesn't mean that they have to agree, but they need to understand where somebody else is coming from. They need to make people feel seen and heard. Courage is especially important because we live in an incredibly challenging and volatile context where things change quickly. And then finally, just for personal sustainability as a leader, resilience is incredibly important. The ability to find deep sources of purpose and meaning so that you can stay resilient is incredibly important. We also invest heavily in employee experiences that make a difference. We believe it's important to foster a culture where you can bring your whole self to work, because if people feel free to bring their whole selves to work, they're more likely to speak up in a brainstorming session. They're more likely to disagree, and that debate may lead to more creative and innovative paths forward. Because by doing that, people feel more fully connected to the company. I think it creates more loyalty and connection to teammates and creates greater potential for innovation. For a leader, innovation is critical to think about and to understand what is required to move forward. And in this world where there's a lot of volatility, there are surprises. A big part of being innovative is to be flexible, but taking the time and the effort to say what could happen, what could be possible, allows you to reimagine, allows you to challenge your assumptions and to be ready for potential changes. The greatest failures in leadership and management are failures of imagination. And if you can give yourself the space and the room to imagine what could happen in terms of change, you will, working backwards from that, force yourself to be more innovative.